Hello, my name is Natalie Miller. I'm currently a rising junior studying English with minors in Spanish and Latino studies at Cornell University. I am also a 2023 junior fellow working with the Literary Initiatives Office on the National Book Festival Literary Programming Project. The project's main focus is to help in the programming and promotion of the National Book Festival, an annually run program that brings together authors from all over the country to speak on their newest releases. The festival is a place for everyone and draws hundreds of people every year. It is a major goal of both the festival and literary initiatives to increase the audience and diversity at the festival. Through my work on this project, I specifically worked to help amplify our Latino authors to draw a larger Latino audience. I did this through three major tasks: tagging, writing session descriptions, and writing a blog post on our authors. Tagging was one of the components to this project that I did to increase the visibility of Latino authors. Tagging, specifically genre tagging, is the process of adding keywords to the panels, author presentations, and book signings to make it easier for the audience to find sessions related to their interests while browsing our website. In the past, there's only been one category distinguishing all Latinos under one Hispanic umbrella. I went through and created new tags to further denote and specify the author's identity. These three new tags were titled Caribbean to denote authors from Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic, Mexican, and Guatemalan. This will allow for the public to see beyond the generalized umbrella term and hopefully better identify with authors. Along with the tags, I also wrote session descriptions. These are maximum 64-word descriptions used to explain what the authors will be talking about during their presentations. It gives a short description on what their books are about. In this case, I worked with all the Latino authors to ensure that themes about cultural identity were noted. Some of the sessions feature this theme very prominently. For example, our session with Hector Tobar and Jose Olivares, titled Myths and Promises: Decoding Latino in America, where the two writers will be discussing history, both personal and not, about Hispanics in the U.S. The largest contribution I made, and the most tangible, was writing a blog post which highlighted all the Latino authors who will be attending the festival. I broke down and expanded the already written author bios to include more personal information, which allows the audience to better connect with each writer. The bios present on the website have a far more professional tone. This blog post was meant to specifically highlight the authors in a way that shows more personality. As opposed to adapting their bios provided by their publishers, I was able to comb through these bios, their social media posts, past interviews, and books to give a deeper and more well-rounded introduction to each of these authors and truly let their personalities shine. Hopefully, so individuals reading the blog can connect more with each individual by finding out interesting information they may not have known, like the author's love of dogs. I also made sure not only to highlight these current authors, but also connect back to our collections to ensure that history is not forgotten. There are great research guides available to aid an initial and farther study of Latinos in the U.S. Take a look at a Latinx resource guide, Civil Rights Cases and Events in the United States. In conclusion, it is important to acknowledge the identity of our authors, especially when it is an integral part in many people's lives. Several of our authors focus on writing books with diverse characters for the purpose of having their reader, many of which are adolescents, see representation of individuals who remind them of themselves. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope to see you all at National Book Festival this year.